Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl. I know it's been a minute since I last posted, because I've been having some bad mornings, and I really haven't had time to get it done. But anyway, happy back to school if you got kids. And this recording really is for parents, because something went down yesterday. It was the first day of school for my boys, and I took the day off, so I went to go pick them up. And usually I pay for transportation, but I don't think my provider has kids at the school anymore, so it's looking like I'm gonna have to handle that responsibility myself, which is, I won't say it's inconveniencing, but it was nice when somebody else shouldered that burden. But anyway, I went to go pick them up, and since there's such a large age difference between my two boys, it's like 9 years and some months, so they get out at different times, and I'm waiting for my little one to get out first, and I'm playing my little game on my cell phone to pass the time, that hot ass car, and I get a text message. I just keep getting these signals for I'm getting text messages back to back. So, I, save my game, I get out the game, and I look, and it's, messages from his father, who, I'm already teed off at, because, he was, AWOL for about 2 months. He was so excited about getting this job about a year ago, and surprisingly, I couldn't believe he kept it for a year, and, just talking about all these things he's going to do. He's going to step up to the plate, and yada, yada, yada. I'm not really going for it. But, if you convinced yourself that's what's going to happen, then I'm not going to, knock you off that pedestal. But, he went AWOL for a couple months, and he just popped up a couple weeks ago, talking about I'm about to come get him, and yada. I'm like, how long? He said he got a new house. Like, he's purchasing this house. Now, this man does not pay child support at all. I haven't, gone through the hassle. Because, here in Wayne County, it's a hassle, and I know that if I do it, he's going to quit, and I just don't feel like going through it until, now it looks like a good time. Or maybe not, depending on the story I have to tell you. But since he's stable, he's been so stable at his job, now it's looking like a good time to go and swoop that. But, like I said, perhaps not, because the rest of the story goes thus. He's supposed to go, pick the boy up and take him school shopping, but, he doesn't have a car. He saved all his money to start purchasing a house, and I'm like, how do you do that when you only making so much money, and you got a kid to take care of, but, you did what you did. Woohoo for you. And, he never showed up to take him school shopping, so, I'm kind of PO'd, but, Mom, those of you who are, who have co-creators, we won't call them sperm and egg donors, but you got the co-creators who are a little less responsible than you, and you're the custodial parent, you got to step up to the plate. So, I went ahead and did all this stuff, and, times is hard for you, girl. Everything, that's involved in this economic downturn is affecting me, like the mortgage crisis, and the gas prices, and the grocery prices, and just everything is hitting your girl hard, but somehow I'm managing to do it. It's only a miracle of God, and many of you know what I mean by that. So it's stressful, though. It's stressful. I'm stressed, but I'm dealing with it. This is the life that I chose, so I gotta live it, make the best of it. So I'm sitting there getting these text messages from this dude, and I opened him up, and he's talking about how, he's so sad, and I need to bring his son over because he's just depressed, and he losing his will to live, and he don't have any friends, and, would I be sad if he died? So I'm trying to call him, because you really need to get the fuck over yourself, buddy. And he doesn't answer the phone. It goes, like, straight to voicemail. So I get another text message from him. I'm sorry, but every time I speak, I just start crying. So, and by this time, it was time for the kids to come out. So I went and I picked up my little one, who looked very nice in his white and blue uniform and his red tie, and we walked over to the other side of the school to wait for his brother, which was another like 15-minute wait. So, while we're doing that, I sent my response, and basically, I was just letting them know, I don't mean to sound, insensitive, but if you're looking for a sympathetic ear, then you're really barking up the wrong tree. And then I, reminded him, because, my oldest son, because, I got two different fathers here, and, such an age difference. It's not like it's unheard of. My oldest son's father passed away, and it was, not natural causes, but it wasn't like, he was slinging anything. He actually died from a health reason. And so I asked him, did he think that it would be fair for me to have, two dead baby daddies, for lack of a better term? And his response was, wow, okay, because, I had to shut that shit down. I'm not getting ready to listen to you. You just now starting to experience and feel what I have been doing. And then not truly, because you don't have the children. You have a kid, but you're not raising them. You still don't have that responsibility. You're still trying to raise yourself. And you don't have all the pressures that I have. I've got pressures. And I don't have time. Sometimes you got to give yourself time to cry. But I don't have time to feel pity for myself. And I don't have time to make other people feel pitiful for, about my situation. I'm not going to lay that burden on somebody else. And so I was just really, and I hope he doesn't go through with, if it's a suicide, crying out for suicide, help. I hope he doesn't go through with it. But I just could not entertain it. So, YouTube, those of you who are custodial parents, and you got co-creators that, pretty much remind you of mine that I describe here. How often do you experience stuff like that? Just trifling stuff. Let's talk about trifling stuff that co-creators do. Because I just, I had never, usually I try and, because I'm, trying to be a counselor. And, usually I fall for that BS. Well, it'll be okay. You got to do this. You got to do that. Go to this resource, that resource. But, he had just took me there, y'all. It's like you don't even know life, dude. You don't know it to be something to cry, like, fine, did your balls fall down yet? Come on. Be a man. So if you can relate, please drop me a note, and I will talk to y'all hopefully later.